follow.
Yeah. No, there's not men.
I mean, feminine men.
And right there, it show you again the weaker vessel and Eve being deceived again.
Dang.
You understand? It goes on to say, a great multitude, even all the people that dwelt in the land of Egypt, in Patros, answered Jeremiah, saying, as for the word that ye have spoken unto us in the name of Yahweh, we will not hearken unto thee, but we will certainly do whatsoever thing goeth forth out of our own mouth, to burn incense unto the Queen of heaven, and to pour out drink offering unto her, as we have done, we and our fathers, our kings and our princes in the cities of Judah and in the streets of Jerusalem.
So you see the kings here, and this government, you will see Easter Day, the day before Easter, you will see just sharing up kites to different village. Because why every single year you see government is doing that.
If I could expound on that, I was watching this news thing on the Channel 11. Ali was hyping, you know, even making joke about curry chicken or chicken curry, and that this Easter gonna got cricket, it gonna got restaurant week, where a lot of feasts gonna happen, people cooking all sorts of things, as we mentioned, the pork, right? So from the righteousness of the lamb, the unleavened bread, the bitter herbs, the yayan, the gone toward the pork, the urea, these are the abominable stuff, the leavened bread, the drunkardness, and everybody indulging in the sweet, and nobody want the bitter. So let them enjoy themselves, you know, they get a reward. You got that?
It says, for then had we plenty of victuals, and were well, and saw no evil.
Yep.
This is what it continues saying, right?
Yep.
But since we left to burn incense to the Queen of heaven, and to pour out drink offering unto her, we have made we have wanted all things, and have been consumed by the sword and by famine.
Dang.
You know, and there's a thing with our people, you know, they become so attached to the things of this world. You understand, to these other gods, that when they leave and they experience some sort of hardship, they're saying, hey, this is the reason why. Going back to Egypt, God, you understand, they say, hey, we ain't getting no onion, we don't get manna and water. You know, we enjoying the comfort of Egypt.
That's right.
You see?
There's some nigga shit, but they're looking for war. There's some ungrateful motherfuckers.
Yep.
Think about it. You make a joke, you feeding somebody, feeding them, you giving them everything you could give them. And then one day you can't give them something. And not even one.
Not even can't
Understand that I give you the best.
Exactly.
Because you're accustomed to the worst.
Dang. Homeborn slave.
Why this artist says run on emotions.
Yep.
And nothing lasts. Because people don't open up.
That's true.
One day give you something. All the emotion I give you make you feel nice. The one day you fuck with me.
And the hardest to go then, the city red, sea part, the city chariots, you know, everything, and still the murmur.
Yeah,
you know?
Alright, no.
But see, like, I just want to add, right? Inside joke. The scripture in the book of Numbers is that our people always follow the mixed multitude.
That's right.
Yeah.
So that's why they cry out for the onion, the garlic. I want to go back to Egypt, I want to this, I want to that. Maybe you are staying up in Egypt if you want to sleep. But we need to get the fuck out of here.
That's right.
You understand?
And that will happen again because it's like saying the second coming Masahch.
Yeah.
That time when they didn't realize is that certain food that they eat and they lack certain things that were being forged.
Yeah.
Dang.
So
Exactly.
even in this time we should be talking about great famine and certain things will come. They likewise in the time. Because they basically to make it sound, you know, like on the good side, the body basically being prepared. Yeah, well, most of the soul being prepared for the realm. Because death is soon.
And teaching them contentment and for be spiritual and God-like. But Jake love the flesh and want to feed the flesh all the time. Yes, sir.
But my children, right, they love chocolate. Now, I said them, listen, you're going to get the chocolate. But in order for you to get this chocolate, you have to at least use medicine, which currently, some of y'all know that, or bitters. You got to use it for some days, then I'm going to give you the chocolate.
Yeah.
So in other words, you got to endure the bitter to get the sweet. And Jake don't want to do that.
That's right.
You understand? You got to endure it.
I was saying you're hard by it.
Niggas just correct. Niggas just want to just, you know, everything is put in their hand, bro.
Yeah.
Then going to nothing.
Yeah.
Then going to nothing. You gotta suffer for anything you want.
Yep.
Yes, I every people again. You gotta suffer for anything you want. Anything you want, you gotta suffer. Especially this motherfucking kingdom, bro.
But if I could expound on that too, because Jake got the mindset that they entitled.
They're entitled.
I entitled. Use me, God. You supposed to give me what I want. Use the bigger man.
That's because a woman raised them.
That's right. That's right.
That's because a woman raised them. We're just going to tell you, Edith is born of a woman is full of trouble.
Yep.
Because a woman raised them, they're emotional. I believe. I believe you. You've got to give me this. I thought you said we got 50-50. I thought you said we got 50-50. Yet when you can't get something, you find a way to get it in some wicked way, bro. You understand?
The virgin and the virgin daughter of Babylon, right? You tell them shit like, well, you have free will to do whatever you want and so forth. So now they feel entitled to go to the so-called land of opportunity, then working 2-3 jobs. But when they work in Guyana, they're working one job and they're managing. But you can walk blistering cold, catch four trains.
Get up early.
Get up early. This is the dream, you know. Then when you come to Guyana, you're playing as a big buy. You take out a credit card, 5,000 credit card money down, you come back over there. Or you eat a bitch again.
Because America is Babylon, place of bondage. What dream you could go and get in a place of bondage?
Dream slavery.
They got to walk 3 or 4 jobs. It's a place of bondage.
But picture, right? Bondage, slave man, slave woman. What rights you have there? You're not free. Right? You're not liberty. You understand? Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, just going in on a short article on the Queen of Heaven. Right? It's saying in the Bible, the enigmatic title Queen of Heaven appears only in Jeremiah 7 and Jeremiah 44. But similar titles occur throughout the ancient Near East and apply to several goddesses. And Anat is called the Lady of Heaven, and the Canaanite Ashtoreth in the Bible and her Mesopotamian counterpart Ishtar also bear the title Queen of Heaven. Right? It says these goddesses are connected to the worship of the planet Venus. All right, so it tell you right there that the Queen of Heaven also go back to Ishtar, Ashtoreth. All right, the Lady of Heaven. All right, which all of them go back to the worship of Venus. All right, it goes on to say.
Well, actually, Samaris, Nimrod wife. Or mother.
It says these goddesses are connected to the worship of the planet Venus. Astral worship was particularly popular during the 7th century BC, right? And they give you a reference to 2 Kings 21, right? It says the exiled Judites conceived of this queen as a fertility goddess.
And the fertility goddess, when you watch the picture, as you went through the picture, you're going to show the fertility goddess. So you want to say eggs, one set of breasts, and God the eggs signify. So they when it's the egg about the fertility breast.
I ain't got the one out, but
You don't get the one.
alright. Let me show you. So this from Babylon to Egypt to Persia to Greek to Rome, the Renaissance, and then modern day.
Hey! Yo! Yo! Little man!
I'm gonna see if I find it though. Continue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see these demons jumping?
Yeah, it says the exiled Judites conceived of this queen as a fertility goddess. Alright? In whose image the woman made cakes. This cultic practice may also be indicated by a discovery at Mari of baking mold in the form of a naked female with hands supporting her breasts.
So you see, and God is a more maker than idol. And these people, they're going to partake of these idol worship because why? They don't understand what they're going into. What they worshiping, what they're doing. So you see with 14 down with breast because why? They want to set up, shove one set of breast going right down.
See, right, supporting her breast, which is a well-known fertility motive. Moreover, Jeremiah's word for these cakes derives from the Akkadian for a type of bread that was often presented to Ishtar.
Right.
All right. It says Jeremiah.
And they're going back to the bread was making
Cross one.
Nothing you wanted to son.
All right. It goes on to say, Jeremiah described our family would gather wood, make a fire, prepare the bread, pour out libations, and burn incenses.
And today now, back then we used to use fireside and different out for cooking and wood, but today now we're using gas stove. So it's no one different because why? You still got to get the gas for cook all those things.
Right? Now, this is another piece of history, right? Going in under the sexuality and religion in the Sumerian hymns to Ishtar, right? Now I'll jump to the second paragraph. It says, the Sumerian goddess Inanna, who later merged with Akkadian goddess Ishtar.
Pause there for a second. Ilnana, it's right?
Yeah, Inanna.
Which is they had a female rapper. Just a quick history in music. A female rapper, I think she named Foxy Brown, used to refer to herself as the Ilnana, which is paganism. These people pushing all the time. You guys have.
Yeah, it says merged with the Akkadian goddess Ishtar, was the preeminent goddess among the Mesopotamians. In the mythology, Inanna or Ishtar, she is associated with prostitution.
Yeah.
The explicit nature of Ezekiel 23, in many ways, evocative of the Mesopotamian text that praise Ishtar. In one of these texts, Ishtar meets or lover, the Mosi or Tammuz, referring to her sexual parts as a well-watered field.
Damn.
She asks who will plow it.
Wap.
Yeah, God.
I'm not going back like Isaiah said earlier because these women is dressed up on Easter Day and going out for looking for a man for plowship. for have sex with the kid, because why? So from there they get a threesome and that kind of thing like that. So they're going to enjoy it all day.
Yeah, it says, right, it says, she asks, who will plow it? The answer is that the Muzi will plow it for you. Another text praises Inanna's breast as a fertile field.
What are you? Real
Yeah,
quick.
you can show the camera.
See that? The same gods over and over. Where that?
Yeah, it says many of these texts may have been associated with a ritual involving sacred prostitution, right? Or in today's term they call it orgies. You know, the men, the women, everybody get together and like the brothers were saying, threesome and whatnot.
Or swinging.
Yeah. You see, prostitution, such rites were performed with regularity on the assumption that doing so would evoke the goddess's blessing. See, and that's what they're doing, they're looking for blessing.
That's right, that's right.
Like scripture talk about how, you know, Israel, you know, wandering, seeking for God. All right, and wherever it is that they see that look enticing is what they would pick up.
Damn.
You understand? Yeah, they are one more little piece, right? Now, this is on Judges, right? It says that the descent of Ishtar. Modern Christian readers of Judges 6 may be astonished to learn how quickly and evidently almost casually Israelite families fell into the worship of pagan gods and set up shrines into their honor.
That's right.
In their honor. It is helpful to see how widespread and universally accepted these myths of pagan gods were. For example, there are several versions of the descent of goddess Inanna, also called Ishtar, in the underworld.
They have a zeal but not current to knowledge. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and this Israel today, again, it's easy for them to run after these other gods. You understand? It's even going, for example, Ashtoreth is the god that Solomon built shrines and so on after.
Yeah, yeah.
You see?
When you watch it, what's every day is fire the soul for some.
Speak of that.
Right? It says a Sumerian version. So now we're giving you the account of how Ishtar or Inanna come about.
That's right.
A Sumerian version begins with the goddess Inanna determined to visit the underworld. Perhaps in order to rule there, she gains admission but must pass through 7 gates in order to enter the underworld. At each gate,
Slack. That sounds just like Virgin Daughter Babylon. The 7 gates could be the church, the 7 churches in Revelation. Just have a fun about, you know what I'm saying? But this is what the heathens is do. You know? They always making up some shit, old wise fables. You guys talk?
Yeah, it says at each gate they've divested of the symbol of our prestige divinity, or crown, jewelry, and garments. The process is symbolic of death, and Inanna arrives naked as the dead do when they enter the underworld.
I know, you want to go more this one.
Yeah, because it's basically like an accent or wise fable.
Yeah.
You know, and Jakes would read this, and after finish reading it, they feel they're on some sort of level.
Yeah. You see, you don't go back there with clothes, bro. You come with clothes, but you're clothed, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah, and this how they call themselves woke.
Yeah,
You know, because now they have some sort of knowledge that the average Jake don't have, but it's wickedness at the end of the day.
That's right.
Because you watch, the one was on and we are what what a little, yeah. So after when done here, still got the can.
And by the way, this is the archaeological Bible, right? So, I mean, I got Jake would see the stuff was scroll past, so this is not the important stuff, but you gotta know the history.
No, Pastor said, so you read, you had no book. You had no book.
Exactly. Gotta decipher, you gotta break the code.
Right? It says, Inanna is then condemned for her act of entering the underworld, and her corpse is hung up. Inanna's servant named Shabor appeals to the gods, and Enki, the god of wisdom, fashions two creatures who enter the underworld and revive Inanna. Inanna is allowed to return to the world above, but must find a substitute to take her place.
So Egypt, because Egypt, they believe when you're dead, you go to the underworld. Once you're rich, you go pay for your soul. And when you go a good place where you come back.
Yeah.
And if you can't pay,
Any size.
You left walking all the time.
Yeah, but this guy people keep saying she's a god, she's a god, she's a god, she's a god. Supposed to say she's a god, she's a woman.
That's right.
She's a goddess. It's a goddess go back to a whore. Exactly.
And this was Samira's thought when she married his son, as the wicked woman she is. And then when he died, for like trying to keep his name alive, she bore your son, she had orgies and stuff like that. You know, correct me if I'm wrong. And create this whole Trinity thing. Because the Bible don't speak nothing but no Trinity, Father, Son, Holy Ghost, or Mother Mary and all the nonsense. You understand? Wow.
In the whole entire Bible, when they talk about women, it never talks about women as no God.
That's right.
Right? The gods are the men. The Arahayim, they are the men.
Because
Right? The women, they are princes.
yeah.
Right? That's all they do. They hire over the other nations women. You understand? But they know God.
That's right.
Gods are men.
Based on functionality and so forth. That's what God would govern, judge righteously. Now with feelings, now with emotions and so forth. And this is the most I point.
Testicle.
Can.
Could make a covenant. A woman can't make a covenant.
That's right, that's right. Can't make a nation.
The scripture tell you from the beginning of Genesis, bro, that the woman is the helpmate.
That's right.
Someone go back to helpmate, woman go back to servant, bro. You can't be a servant and be a God.
Like some of these women, right? Like some of them will build up the mental, you know, just so can't say strength for like tell a man, hey, I want end in a relationship or to be at the end yet. But what they don't realize, especially with a man of the Lord, right? Once once you release so-called your step out from the man house,
Come on.
the whole legion of umbrella where he was protecting you from, this we gonna lose, this way you gonna walk it. The all the entitlement to get in with your bill of divorce. I know according to number is 38. When it starts out the vow of a wife, she vow, the husband will protect you from it basically. You first to your father, then answer your husband. So these different things, you see, they don't realize that, hey, this is what a man even, from a man telling you that, hey, he make me wife, this is the obligation that a man take on upon himself. All them religions and shit, God protect you, the children, everybody, I is the priest in the house.
That's right.
Right? So the main two step out, the scripture says that she words don't stand. Nobody in the she don't go back to daddy, she don't get fat.
Basically, she it's like the turtle that say, hey, I don't want to shell anymore.
That's right.
And the shell was placed as a protection.
A defense. Covert to defense.
Yeah. That's how the man is.
Like the video that the brother put on YouTube. She's sitting in a whole lonely house. And homeboy just sitting next to she waiting for he time to appease the rag the most like send it up. He just sitting there, you know, quiet, humble.
It's a yappa video.
She see the spirit on, she even just say when you don't know danger. You know, she just saying it's like my eyes deceive me. Yes, you see it correct. Oh.
But you're lucky that the most revealed it, because if it wasn't there, you could get clapped up and you don't even know.
You know, this place here, this place fuck our women out, bro.
Yeah.
You understand? And what contribute a lot to messing our women up is these gods and these religion that tell them this is what you could do and this is what you can't do. You understand? So now when you actually teaching them the correct thing, it's hard for them to grasp it.
Yeah.
Even though they're seeing it. You understand? Literally, there's certain things literally you cannot do as a man. And I speaking as a man, you cannot do certain things to what? Shape a woman. No matter how much word you give, no matter how much scripture, much breakdown you give, you literally have to leave in the hands of the Most High.
That's right.
Because the scripture says the Most High is the one who's going to straighten the daughter of Zion.
That's right. That's right.
You understand? We know what to study about. We who gain straight. Yeah, but go ahead now.
This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2:1. For the ungodly said, reasoning within themselves, but not aright. Our life is short and tedious. They see the ungodly, they're going back to thought. Who about this time day? Because right now, they must reason between each other. This day coming up, that they gotta be a nice day. So just like how the government tell, just like after the government and say, when you have big party, big this, day and stuff like that.
That's right.
How could they reason it?
If I could say, because remember now, they had this big celebration for 2 years. So they're coming off of a 2-year period. They're coming back hard. They want to catch up for the 2 years that they missed.
These people whining for break the hip and them thing when you see it. Now that the clouds open. Putting all the empty in it. You know? Put the man increase all the, it's like all the wickedness that store up that was limited to.
Sweet girl.
I'm not putting it up.
So Jim got study, police gonna run them head anymore.
Exactly.
People are studying no more.
I know beg nothing.
They said they're gonna
The
enjoy
20,000 in your pocket.
more better.
Some man had some money and now store up where they couldn't even go out and spend them at work. Couldn't wait for going the casting house. The lock house.
Damn.
You know? So what coincidence going on?
Yes, Wisdom of Solomon 2:1. For the ungodly said, reasoning with themselves, but not aright. Our life is short and tedious, and in the death of a man there is no remedy. So what it like say, just like say, life too short, just one lifetime to live, and they're gonna live it because a lot of people they love to say that because I don't care a Jordan tree that she and say life too short and one lifetime to live, and she gonna live it and live it to the best. That's what she ability. Because whenever die, she must go back and say, God, when God questions she said she must go back and say, she died herself.
Right there and then most of, you know, I personally, I had spiritual power. I would have striped she with a sickness machine, just find a way for a long time. You know? So that you must understand what you're saying. You don't understand what you're saying to yourself.
That's right.
And life is short, and you must enjoy it. How could you enjoy something if the Most High give it to you? You understand?
I used to tell me, hey, you don't go back and tell on God. You live a simple life. You don't smoking, you don't drinking. That was when I was more young. I understand. Man say you don't smoking, you don't drinking. What you want to tell God? God ask, oh, you enjoy your life. You tell you, you know, simple life. Man say you got smoke, you got drink, you got eat the pork.
Hey,
Do all you got to do.
It's fucking shit, oh man. A man ever he said, man, you business, a man come and tell you, join me and poison yourself. You know, fuck up yourself. The fucking
shot them itself from there.
Yeah, really look at that guy crushing you.
Shot them itself from there.
No, that's not it. I
oh, it's great, boy.
Listen, Solomon 2:1. It said, for the ungodly said reasoning with themselves,
Bring it out.
not right. Our life was short and tedious, and in the death of a man there is no remedy. Neither was there any man known that have returned from the grave.
So what I say, hey, here no man ever come back and say, hey, fire went nice for gold and stuff like that. So Jake say, hey, this time to live it, we gonna live it, because when it goes so you know enjoy it.